Mini-TOEFL iBT. Listen to part of a conversation between a student and a professor.
Hi, Professor. I was wondering if I could ask you something.
Of course. How may I be of assistance?
Well, I'm taking your developmental psychology class.
Right, I recognize you from the lectures. You sit in the first couple of rows usually, right?
Yes, that's me. Anyway, I'm taking this class with you, and I didn't do so well on the first exam. Well, I guess I did okay, but I'm not really satisfied with my grade. And I was wondering if you might be able to help me figure out how to bring it up for the next exam.
All right. Well, what did you get on the exam?
I got a B-, but I studied really hard, and I really need an A in this class for my graduate school application.
All right. Well, a B- isn't bad for the first exam, but since you're determined, let's figure out how you can get an A on the next two exams. That should bring you pretty close to an A for the class. And really, if you participate in class, I'll take that into account also. I mean, participation does count for, I think 10% of your grade.
Okay, I'll try to participate more.
Great. That's an easy step to take. All right. So what did you do to study for this exam?
Well, I went over all of my lecture notes a few times and paid attention to definitions and theories. Oh, and I memorized Piaget's stages of development.
Well, that's a good start, and Piaget definitely came up on the exam a few times. What about the textbook? How did you review that material?
Well, I went over what I had highlighted when reading earlier this semester, and I took notes on that stuff, and I reviewed the notes a few times.
Well, it sounds like you did everything right. Oh, what you should do for the next exam is talk to my teaching assistant for the class. I've given her old copies of exams from previous semesters, so you should try to, practice with those. And if you miss some of the stuff on those exams, then you know what you need to work on for the actual one.
Really? I can do that? I never knew that was an option.
You can certainly do that.
Great. And all the TA's information is on the syllabus, right?
Yes, it is. Email her before the next exam, but give yourself at least a week in case she doesn't get back to you right away.
Thanks, Professor. And I promise to participate more in class also.
Great. Student participation is my favorite part of my job. Good luck with everything.
1. What is this conversation mostly about? 2. What is one suggestion the professor makes to the student? 3. What is the professor's favorite part of his job? 4. What is one thing the student did to study for this exam? 5. What does the professor say is the value of taking a practice exam?